Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. Yet again, we're doing a video on so-called sponsored work permits because I've had a whole slew of emails and correspondence from folks out there who've contacted me because, quite honestly, they've gotten themselves into quite a predicament because they've gotten involved with a sponsored work permit. And what I found interesting is in both situations where I was contacted by somebody here recently, in both situations, they asked specifically going in, is this legal to the person? They say, oh yeah, it's perfectly fine, blah, 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 blah. Look, I've discussed this before. If you don't really work somewhere, how can you have a work permit somewhere? We've discussed this. At the end of the day, if you're not really working there, you shouldn't have a work permit for that facility. So for that reason, sponsored work permits just aren't legitimate. I mean, they're just not. There's no other real word for it. Meanwhile, what are we talking about when we talk about horror stories? Things I've heard already. Tax payments. Oftentimes these folks don't do your tax payments correctly. Withholding, payroll withholding, they won't do theirs right, which will mess up your situation. Oftentimes folks come in and they're unaware they need to deal with their personal income taxes. There's ongoing things associated with Social Security when you want to get into Thailand and go ahead and operate a business. All of these things will oftentimes result in major problems associated with not only your current work permit, but an ability to get a new work permit or business visa. So again, this is just one more reason why it's a really bad idea to look at these so-called employers of record, is what I've heard them called before, sponsored work permits. Just not a great idea, just generally. Not only because they are illegal on their face, but also because they can have tremendous long-term ramifications.